Mortgage Minute today, being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And every day at this time, OBMMI. They provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. They do not tell us points paid, points received, APR. They tell us the number to put in your calculator if you want to find out what your mortgage payment's going to be. 30-year conforming loans yesterday down. They're at 7.052. 30-year jumbo loans down 7.184. 30-year FHA loans down 6.748. 30-year USDA loans down. That's the rural areas. Generally no down payment. 6.757 in the best loan on the market. You have to earn this one. It's for the veterans. 6.59. That was up a little bit yesterday. If you want our market thoughts every morning as early as the data allows, and yes, it's already out, go to rsrmarketminute.com, rsrmarketminute.com. You get a free email just once a day from us, as early as the data allows. We send that out, giving you our thoughts on the market. If you want it, again, free to you, rsrmarketminute.com. Let's see what the markets are doing today as we're sitting here chatting with you. The S&P 500 is now up 15.66. 10-year treasuries down 5 basis points. That's on the interest rate or the yield, 4.44. Mortgage-backed securities, that's nice. We like it. The bond itself is up 27 basis points. That tells us that interest rates are down a little bit today. That's the 30-year mortgage-backed security, the bond itself. Now, you can get all that information on that super secret website, google.com. What you come here for is to find out why these things are happening. Well, there's not a whole lot of news right now, although we are going to hear from Neel Kashkari. Thankfully, after we've seen what he's done as a Federal Reserve president, thankfully he didn't become governor of the state of California, although maybe he couldn't have done worse than we have. CoreLogic Home Price Insights from Black Knight HPI. CoreLogic reported the prices rose a very strong 1.2% in March after rising 0.7% in February, showing that home price appreciation not only continues but is accelerating. Remember, CoreLogic only forecasted that it would rise by 0.4%. So they've been very conservative. Year-over-year home prices are now up 5.3%, which is a slight decrease from 5.5% in the previous report, but is due to a very tough comparison from last year, meaning it went up 1.4% during the same month last year. After the last two reports, CoreLogic has bumped up their forecast for the next month to 0.8%. They anticipate home prices to rise 3.7% over the next 12 months, up from 3.1%. Again, they are always conservative and will likely see greater levels of appreciation. Black Knight also reported that home prices rose 1.2% in March and rose 5.6% year over year, down from 6%. Again, remember that the year-over-year number declined because of a very high comp from last year. Bottom line, it's important to educate yourself, your friends, your family on the financial opportunity that still exists in home ownership. This report was from March. At the very beginning of the spring home buying season, will likely continue to see strong appreciation in the coming months. It's not your job to get the best rate possible. It's your job to get in the market, get in the game. We'll take care of the rate when we talk to Doug Waldman in just a minute. Inflation components. Inflation progress has stalled in the last few months, but remains one of the most important economic indicators. Next week, we'll get the CPI inflation report for April, which can have a big impact on the markets. While there are a lot of factors, the New York Fed Supply Chain Pressure Index, which can influence inflation, fell from negative 0.3% to negative 0.85% in February and April, which is the lowest figure we've seen since August of this last year, when we're seeing really good progress on inflation. This is just one aspect of inflation, but a good sign. Oil prices have a big influence on headline inflation and some influence on the core readings as well over the last few weeks. We've seen oil prices decline roughly 11%, which is a good sign. Part of the reason for this is an increase of production. We haven't seen that in California. So unfortunately, we continue to get higher and higher prices. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make a call, 800-306-1990, 1990.